I realized that a lot of people needed to step out of their comfort zones in order to find alternative ways of making ends meet. I made the mistake one night of assuming the guy working the stand was Mexican. He wasn't. I even spoke Spanish to him, which is a no-no. The rule is, when engaging a brown person, you must speak English to them first, and then if there's a language barrier, then you go to Plan B high school Spanish. You start off in English. Hello, sir, may I? ¿Qué? No entiendo. ¿Qué pasó? Oh, hold on, I got this. Hola. Yummy. So I walked up to this guy at the stand and I was like, he reminded me of a tío, so I was like, hey, ¿qué onda, compa? ¿Cómo estás? And which is like, hello, friend, how are you? And he responded, what are you saying to me? I'm sorry, sir, I thought you were Mexican. No, I'm not a Mexican. I am not a Mexican. I am Greek. Greek? Shit, I was way off. I'm sorry, bro. It's late. I'm tired. Can I have 2 tacos? What do you mean, can I have 2 tacos? I just finished telling you I am not a Mexican. I am Greek. I do not sell taco. I sell gyro. Gyro? And then I remember seeing writing on the front of the cart, and I just thought it was like the guy's name or something, right? I was like, it spells it out. Gyro. Gyro. He got all pissy. It is not a gyro, it is gyro. That shit says gyro. It is gyro. Bro, I'm tired, it's late. What is a gyro? It's like a taco. Oh, and by the way, thank you to whoever brought the chocolate cakes in the back. I got them right before the show. Thank you very much. Very cool. Mm-hmm. Somebody brought Chico Tacos too. I thought that was great. Now, you guys here know what I'm talking about, but everybody that's watching at home, they're like, Chico's Tacos? Oh, what the hell's that? It's an El Paso tradition. If you come to El Paso, just know that that's right here. That's the tradition in El Paso. I ran into people in other places like Chicago and New York. I'm like, where are you from? El Paso. And I say, Chico's Tacos. And they're like, oh. Like, wow, yeah, that's hardcore. It is the craziest food I've ever tried, you guys. Craziest ever. Reason is, they give you these little taquitos and there's like a sauce and you pour it and like the taquitos float and then it absorbs. And I never thought I'd see the day where I could drink a taco. Yeah. And you gotta have that at the end of the night. Don't try to freaking plan out events after going, They'll say, oh, we're gonna eat at Chico's and then go to the movies. No, don't do that, don't do that. You'll be sitting there like, hey, this is a good movie, huh? This is the one where Nicolas Cage comes out and... Anyway, he plays the bad guy in this movie and it turns out really good. Then all of a sudden... You're running by people. They're like, Chicos. El Paso tradition. You know what's funny? Is that a year from now, there'll be people watching this all over the world. Just like the first DVDs in Canada, Australia, and Europe, this DVD will wind up somewhere in Australia. And there'll be people in Australia going, what the hell's Chico's? Crocky, we gotta go. We gotta see Chico's. You watch, man. People freaking out. I say, we must go try Chico's. It sounds splendid. Yes, it does. Drink a taco. I never thought I'd see the day. I'm going to try it. El Paso it is. Oh, man. But no, I got Chico's Tacos and cakes. To meet some people, and they says, you know what, Gabriel, have you ever been here? Have you ever been to Chicago? Like, no, it's my first time. They said, well, we'd like to take you out to eat if you're down. And I'm like, well, hello. I am very down. They took me to a restaurant called Portillo's. You heard of it? So we get there, and it was very, very good. The hot dogs were delicious. I had a chicken chop salad. It was amazing. Had a beef dip, really, really good. But it wasn't until the meal was almost over that these new friends of mine said, we'd like for you to try something you might not have ever had before. And I'm like, that's not likely. I said, well, what is it you want me to try? And they said, well, they sell a thing here at Portillo's called a chocolate cake shake. I said, you had me at chocolate. They said, well, you got to go up to the special window and you got to order it from the lady. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I get up and I walk over to the lady and she's like, can I help you? I say, yes, my friends are telling me that I need to try this thing called a chocolate cake shake. Okay, what size would you like? How good is it? You want a large. All right, can I please have a large chocolate cake shake? No problem. And there I pay. And she turns around. She turns around and she walks over to this little refrigerator that's on the counter. And she opens it up and she pulls out a piece of chocolate cake. And I'm thinking to myself, she must misunderstood what I said. I didn't ask for a piece of chocolate cake. I asked for a chocolate cake shake. She must have heard what I was thinking because she's walking by and she's like, it's gonna happen. She walks over to the blender, she takes the freaking lid off, and she just looks at me and does this. And I was like, no. And she's like, oh yeah. She pours it and she hands me this like 44-ounce chocolate shake, which is way more than anybody should be drinking. The straw was so thick you could almost fit your thumb in it, okay? So I grab the shake and I begin to attempt to drink it. So I'm just, and I can see the shake coming out. And it hit, and then all of a sudden, woo! So during 2020, my dogs and I, before I forget, I know I have a habit in my shows of sometimes throwing a little Spanish in there. If you don't understand Spanish, I do apologize, okay? I promise I will be translating. I don't want anybody freaking out or reporting me to the management with concerns or issues, you know.
What the hell is going on in there? What kind of show is this? No, somebody better hit the SAP button on that sumbitch real quick. I didn't pay good money to hear some Samoan speak Spanish.
I'm not Samoan, I'm fluffy. I didn't know why the guy thought I was Samoan, you know? And I've had this happen a couple times where people go, are you Hawaiian? I'm like, no. No, not just a shirt. I thought it was just a shirt, but no, how could it just be a shirt? Just because you wear a freaking sombrero, that doesn't make you Mexican. I see white people, Cinco de Mayo, wearing a sarape, walking a donkey with a sombrero. You don't look at them and go, hola, amigo. No, you're like, hey, Ted. Hi. You know, and he's walking around, hola, come on. Come on, stupid donkey. Donkey, come on. I don't get it, man. I'm just trying to do my thing. But it's funny, though. I didn't know why the guy thought I was Hawaiian until I actually went to Hawaii. I found out that Hawaiian people actually look like swollen Mexicans. They do. I got off the plane. I looked around. I was like, oh, my God, my family. Even they were like, aloha, brother, lo que le, malo, malo. Orale. I loved Hawaii. Hawaii was great, man. They have a lot of different cultures there. They have a lot of Asian people. A lot of Koreans. I know this because I got a couple of shirts tailored at some places, and every time I'd go in, it was always a Korean lady, an older Korean lady who was mean. I'd walk in, and this one lady always had a comment to make. I'm there for a week, and every day she had a different comment. I walk in one day, and I couldn't say anything either because she was 75 years old. I can't say nothing back, you know, but there I am walking in. The lady behind the counter, oh,
Oh, look at who's here. Look at who's here. Oh, shit, we're gonna work hard today.
The first time I came here, I got a chance. One night at one show, I received 11 chocolate cakes. And it was local, so I took them home. And that is an argument that nobody in this building has ever had at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because you don't just walk into the house with 11 cakes. You make some noise, you know. And I walk in with the last 2 cakes, and my girlfriend's in the kitchen, and she's like, "What the hell is this?" I'm trying to be cute. It's a bakery. "Where did you get all this cake?" I said, "Baby, the people at the show brought it." "Are you gonna eat all of it?" "Eventually. I'm not gonna do it in one hit, you know, freaking 2 hours later. Clear." How do you know someone isn't trying to poison you? With cake? Are you serious? It's like you live by the cake, you die by the cake, you know? No. So we're going back and forth, right? We wake up Frankie, and Frankie walks into the kitchen at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's all, "What's going on?" "Where did all the cake come from?" "The people at the show brought it." "Tell them I said thank you." "I'll tell them you said thank you, Frankie." Hell, you guys even have taco trucks. Now, I just graduated from college, top of my class. Well, fine, I'll work at Burger King.
Papi, this is my fiance. He loves me.
Fine, I'll be a whore. No, sometimes I use my voices for evil, man. I won't lie. If I don't have my way, like when I go to Drive-Thrus and they screw up my order, oh, I'm evil. I go back around and I start ordering, but I throw them off by doing this, right? They'll come on the speaker. "Working a fantastic burger. How can I help you?" And I'll do this.
Hello, sir. Can I please have a double cheeseburger, an order fries, and a shake?
Order fries and a shake.
Oh my God, yes.
Thank you, pull up to the window. And I pull up. Oh, they're not expecting me. Oh, the look on their face is the best, right? "Did you just order?" They come back with a bag of food, you know. "Would you like ketchup?" That's where I let them have it.
Oh my God, yes.